We're broadcasting and we're recording. Can you see me now? Hear me now? I'm so sorry. I know I'm gone. I'm back. Poof. I'm back. We're re-recording, so we'll have at least 2 recordings. I'm going to get up real quick and wipe off my monitor. I'd hate to ruin my computer. I have spray all over it. Well, I think I got it. Let me see, because I hate to ruin a computer. And that's my fault. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it. We're all back. Everybody okay? Hi, BG Crafter. Hi, honey. How are you? I know. Don't you love it? I did find out why. I should have known this. It kept. It would go black and whatever, and it'd scare me and that type of thing. But it was the setting. I reset the setting. Okay, I'm almost done with drawing this. Well, those don't show I was too thin, but that's okay. We'll do something later. Okay, now we're going to start putting down some elements. I don't know if we need this yet. I don't know where I'm going to put my Pledge of Allegiance. See, I may use the white. I don't know. Here's the white. I'm going to cut it down, of course. And there's an awful lot of white. Okay, let me get our elements here. Some of this out of the way. I have everything. I'm going to use this flag. And I'm going to use the Pledge. I guess I'm going to use the white. I'm going to put that down first. I love that flag. That doesn't go. I mean, I've got 5 billion things. Here's some. That goes. I made these USA, but they're too big. See, they're too big. I've still got a banner. These are too big. I still have a banner to make for myself. I don't know. Okay. I'll tear this off. I'm not going to be able to tear down that side. I've got it pretty close. I'm going to rough it up with this. You can have, some dimension. We can't do our flowers. I'm rolling these edges. Thank you, BJ. Oh, I hate that freezing. You know, I don't know. Okay, here we go. We're going to put this here, or we're going to put this there, or right in the middle. We're going to put the flag. I tell you, I cry. I don't cry, I tear up. I have cried. I am patriotic. I really, really am. And I love all the songs. Back in the day, the old bands, or what was his name that wrote all the Stars and Stripes Forever and all these old songs. It was all, oh my God, I can't stand it. I love it. It's the best. I mean, it's where I want to be. I'll put it that way. Anyway, okay. I have. That's still wet. See, that is still wet. That. I don't know why. It's not wet. It's sticky. Linda, it's sticky. Well, you've never used it. Okay, now this is dimensional. Well, all I want's the flag. Hello. I'll use some of these others. We use this flag. I'm going to put it as they say, or should I put it straight? No, let's put it straight. It has sticky. I think it's all right. Any questions? See, so many of you've done these. Okay. Put that there. Now I'm going to use my Claudine Helmuth. Oh, I don't know. This will work. That's an ugly brush. Glue this down. Oh, before I do, I'm going to, because that flag is distressed as well. I'm going to distress this. Well, it's white, but it's distressed, and it's going to tie in with our, this is just a little too light. I'm going over this with my, just going over this, just a little too light for the flag. Just going to tone down that white. There we go. Okay, now glue it down. I'm going to glue her down. Claudine. You know, I don't know whether Ranger's still carrying her stuff or not. Now they got all these other new people. I watched this gal, and she does journals. She's got the new paint out that's in, gonna hold this down. It's in the tubes. They're white tubes. I forget what it's called. Diane, or not. It's not Diane. It's spelled that way, but she pronounces it different. I can't think of her name. She does an awful lot of. I'll be very ginger with this, but I do want to seal it. Well, I think that worked, Linda. Spraying it with that spray. I use this a lot. Oh, it did. It worked. Thank you very much. I'm going to cover this just to cover it. Now this is filled up, and I like that. It's not filled up too much for the page. Everybody still with me? Hello? I'm not reading those machines need to go wonky at a decent time and let Lynn get some sleep. Is Carol here? Is our Carol here? Is there another Carol? I don't know what you guys are talking about. And it's not required. Okay. Now I am going to add. We're going to start adding like we do. I'm going to add this American right up here. Like, put a little glue on him. I think. See, I do these like I do my, put a little on top. I do these like I do my other stuff, I guess. Okay. Oh, I love this. Oh, I love this. I didn't see these. These are teensy weensy little USAs. It's going to be cute. Glad we did it. USA. Margaret Ann, I just talked to my friend Margaret from Scotland. She's coming over. She's coming over. She's coming to Scotland in August. She's asked me several times to come. I might knock on your door someday, Margaret Ann. Her sister Helen and brother-in-law was here. They just went back. They used to live here in New York at one time many years ago, and his father became ill or something to that effect, and they moved back to Scotland, and then they just stayed. Margaret has a brother and a sister. Her folks, of course, are gone. Okay, I got lots of stars. Well, not lots, but we're going to put them down. Are you girls with me? Hello? Hi, Renee. Why is it? All right, CH changed her mom days to Tuesday. Oh, Carol did? Oh, she did. I haven't talked to her. Oh, I received Happy Mail. You girls wait. I got the new Graphic 45 papers, and I want to tell you. They are gorgeous. I already have some ideas. I have some boxes. I've got the new, I have the new Graphic 45s box, the ATG box. Doesn't take long to do these. I need something down here. It's freedom. Uncle Sam wants you. I was born in 1943. The war ended in 44. All my family was in the service. What do you think? It's coming along. What do you think? I know what you're talking about. Thank you, man. Yeah, the new. Now, I tell you what, we're also going to do. I started these. I started the journal because I thought, we've done a lot of tags and a lot of this and a lot of that and a lot of minis. I am going to do that ultra mini. I don't know when. But I thought, we get kind of tired of doing some of those things. We could go back periodically and do a page. It may be for the season, may not. Excuse me, may not. Uh, for example, the patriotic and the 4th of July. And of course, we have an election coming up. Uh, but anyway, was real appropriate, and I'm glad she reminded me and mentioned it. Uh, but we have other things, other holidays, so we can go back and by the end of a year time. Remember, we started this say in July. We could have a nice. Oh, I like this. I really like this. What do you think? Do you like it? Thank you, Char. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Margaret Ann. Margaret Ann, you could do one for Scotland and put thistles and your flag. Thank you, Eileen. Now, I need something, I think, here. I don't want to overdo it. I have a tendency to do that. I brought out some twine and I was going to work it in, and I guess what, I didn't. Uh, I have ribbon. Oh, I have these. What about these? I've got so much stuff. I really do. Oh, let me see what I got. I've got stuff every place. Uh, America the Beautiful. Uncle Sam wants you. Well, we've done that. Land of the Free. I served my country. I want that United States. I could put that there. I got that. Oh, there's a big USA. Okay, I think we may end up early today, girls. See, I was going to use this type of the bright red, white, and blue and all that, and I'm not. And I like this. I really do like the vintage, I guess you would say, look. I could put that there. We got a flag. We got stars. That's not vintage. There's got the United States. And there's some more stars, but American Beautiful. Talking to myself. I don't know. What do you think? Have we got enough? God bless America. All right, some of the, oh, that's wet. Oh dear. What am I doing? Oh dear, 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 dear. What did I do? Okay, I gotta put that up. I gotta dry this. I forgot this stuff is all wet. God bless America. If you can see it in person, you can see the background. You can still see the script. You can still see where we did the stars and the dots. You can still see where I put on the striped uh, uh, embossing, or not embossing, but what is it? Yeah, I think so too, Eileen. I think that's enough. I think we've got enough. I have a tendency sometimes, I think, to overdo, but I really think that's enough. Sometimes, like the little black dress, less is more. Yeah, I think that's enough, honey. I agree. I bought all the stuff and some of this stuff to do my front porch deal. My door hanging. And I bought the base, I bought the grapevine base and all this, whatever. Well, I was at Michael's the other day in a big sale on door hanging. So I bought me a small. It's really pretty. It's the real bright. It's got red, white, and blue carnations all over it, and real bright red, white, and it's on a straw base. You can't really see it. It's really pretty. It was $20. I bought it. It looks real pretty. Now I think I'm still going to make the one I was going to make and hang it in my kitchen. I'm going to leave. The 4th of July is virtually here. It's one day like every, but it's here at the first of the month. So I think I'm just gonna thank you, Barry. Thank you, honey bunny. Uh, thank you so. Uh, anyway, I think I know no flowers. I'm just about. We used to have. I don't know if you guys where you're from did or not, but they used to the VFW. I think it was Veterans of Foreign Wars. They used to take donations. They'd go around town on a special day, be it Veterans Day, and for donations, and they'd give you a poppy, a paper poppy, and you put it on your lapel or whatever. Of course, rose is our national flower, as I found out, which I'm ashamed to say. Anyway, but the carnations are used a lot in the door hangings. So I don't know. But does anybody else remember the poppies? Yes, Eileen, you remember the poppies? Oh, they do? They still do that? Well, I haven't seen it for a long time. Uh, you can't keep it up all year, certainly can. Well, I'm going to keep it up all month. My baby's birthdays, my baby Walker will be 6 on July the 16th. My baby Courtney will be 39 on July the 17th. Uh, my babies. My baby. I told her dad baby. Can you believe your baby will be 39? He couldn't. He didn't like it. His baby girl. Anyway, it's okay. All right. There we are. I like it. I like it. See, you can still see the background. You can still see the print. You can still see what we did with the spray, and there's some stars. Uh, and then you can still see this is what we did with the modeling paste. Oh, I like it. I really, really like it. And pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I said that every day of every school day I attended. Uh, thank you, Eileen. I did too, Kathy. Kathy, were you the one? Who was it? Thank you, Renee. Was it you, Kathy, that mentioned doing the patriotic? Somebody did. I had thought about it. In fact, I was going to do one myself, and then I thought, and then I didn't. And thank you, Barry. Thank you, Char. Thank you, everybody. And then when we talked, that's still kind of damp, and I leave it open, and I leave now. I'm going to spray it with my homemade glitter. See, this is when I sprayed them with my not Lindy's, but with my uh, oh my God, hello, Prima. The tea dyed. What? And of course that adds a little bit more antique, and it just doesn't dry. Now this is alcohol. Has glitter in it, and this will dry quickly. I always use, but it's still not as glittery. There's a glitter spray. You have to order it. Oh, that puts some sparkle. I don't have a lot of sparkle in this one. So I start out with covering the page with a gel medium like Claudine Helmuth's or soft gel, Golden's, whatever gel medium. I cover the page with that. I put on and you could use plain tissue paper, white tissue paper. I'm into this. I went and bought all kinds of colors: black, red, white, green, and then you can stamp on them. And I've seen people do that. Or you don't have to use tissue paper. You can use. I have an old book that I bought at Half Price Books. It's French. I didn't want it in English. God knows what it's saying unless you're French. But you could use a page from an old book, or you don't have to use anything. You can take your pages and just use gesso on them to seal them. I would seal them. Now there's a gal that does this that does not completely seal her whole page. She puts gesso. It's that Diane or Deanne or Dina or whatever her name is, because she wants some of her page that is not sealed, because it takes the inks different, the colors different, that type of thing. Oh, I don't know whether I'm going to do that or not. Did not. I usually go around with my Faber-Castell brown to kind of, and there again, this is permanent ink. So when you put it on, you've got a period of time where you can take your finger like this, move it around. But then if you put this on, now see if I can run this along the edge. Okay, that kind of makes that pop. See, that really does kind of make that pop. But you got to rub it right away, even though this is sealed. If this was not sealed, I'm taking this brown, and it's India ink, this brown Pitt Artist Pen by Faber-Castell. I love them. And just kind of go around that, the Pledge of Allegiance. It makes that kind of pop out. It adds some dimension. Well, I'm not going to go around the flag because it's, I am going down the side. But you got to do it real quick. See, it's moving for me, but it's go along the edge. It's moving for me, but you got to do it really quick. Oh, I like it. I really like it. Now, what was I saying that was so profound? Oh, I bought some chalk paint. And next week, I'm either going to do a glass bottle, jar, whatever, or there again, I'm a pack rat. I have saved, I'll show you here in a minute. I buy black loose tea to make my iced tea with. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, that's all I'm going to do. That's all I'm going to do. This one was hard to do that way because they're really built out. Okay, there we go. See, it did pop it. It did pop it out. Just run it down rubber. But there again, you can only use that Well, you can use them on anything, but for your purpose to highlight, you can only use them on sealed. Uh, yeah, it does, Renee. See, doesn't that kind of make that pop? It's kind of hard to do under those, but I did, and then I went down the flag. Uh, I like it. Still a little damp, isn't it? Okay, so next week we are going, we're either going to do, I bought, as I said, I bought some uh, chalk paint. Do we have chalk paint at the store, Jenny? I saved these. I use this English breakfast tea to make my iced tea. I brew it and make my iced tea. This is a Harry, uh, or no, Harney and Sons iced tea bought at Barnes and Noble. Uh, I'm going to finish these with, and you can use them. Yeah, there's my little tea bag, or the tea, do anything. And I'm going to finish these with chalk paint, decorate them using some of the G45 papers, ribbons, flowers. Uh, I'm reading. Uh, what? Am I gone again? Oh, no, I'm not going again. So anyway, that's what we're going to do next week. Take a tin. Now, I've also got some bottles, and if we have enough time, I may do a bottle, or I may paint the bottle. I've seen them do this. I haven't. I have decorated the tins before, but I haven't done glass bottles, but I love the paints. When will make up for no flowers? I know. I can put lots of flowers on these tins. I love these tins. And these would make nice gifts. Put a lot in that, quite frankly. I use these for my card club, and I make a lot of fudge uh, at Harry and Sons Tea. Yeah, it's good tea. Yeah. Uh, yeah, this is the iced tea blend. I get this at Barnes and Noble. And this I get at World Market. Breakfast English, but this is the best black tea. I like strong tea. A lot of people don't. I know. I'll get to put lots of flowers. I know if there's not a flower on here. I should have put a rose. Yeah, I remember we'd go to town as a kid on Saturday, go grocery shopping and whatever, and the veterans would be out, and mother, of course, my dad, they would always give a donation, of course, and we got the little poppy, and it was so much fun. Oh God, where'd those days go? I don't know. I don't know. And I was talking the other day. There was a thing on Facebook, and it was the comment was, uh, "I'm so glad." Where does that go? The comment was, "I'm so glad that I had a childhood before the electronic age." Well, I am too. I mean, I had a great childhood. You know, we didn't come in till dark, and we didn't lock our doors, and we played baseball in the vacant fields, and on and on and on. Loved it. Rode our bikes, had foot races down the block. The only thing I was not allowed to do was to go. We had little neighborhood schools. Don't have many more, but we had little neighborhood schools, and the only place I was not allowed to go was at the playground after school was out. But anyway, we had a ton of neighborhood kids and on and on. However, I certainly enjoy the electronic age. Uh, oh, I do too, Renee. I like it strong. I could not function in my job the way I do. I could function. I function. I've done this 30 years, a long time without iPads and computers and cell phones and the whole gamut. It was difficult. I couldn't do the volume of work I do. I'm a horrible speller. I transpose everything. If it wasn't for spell check, I just couldn't get a report out. Um, and on and on and on. But I've enjoyed both. I've enjoyed the good old days, etc. But I'm certainly enjoying the the new the new things as well. My mother was born in she used to say ought two, well, 1902, and she's been gone now 35 years. I just kind of wished, well, I don't kind of wish she was here. I wish she was, but I'm, no, she can't be. But uh, to see what's happened, I mean, she was born in 1902 and they had a horse and buggies, for God's sakes. We had the first television on our block, a little black and white. And we had the first telephone. Well, not the but we had a party line and and on and on. Anybody that's close to my age knows what I'm talking about. It's funny, the really young kids, you mentioned certain things, I've never heard of them, or I don't know. Da, 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 da. Boy, that's kind of sad. I did a trivial thing the other day online, got every one of them right, because I'm old. I did what was your education? I ended up with a PhD. That's just because I've been here a long time, and even if you try, there's some of the things you can't miss. So anyway, how did I get off on this tangent? Oh, your dad was in '01 and your mom in '06. Oh, well, see, my dad was 10 years older than my mother, and he was born in whatever 10 years from '02 is. Uh, and he was 91 when he passed away, and he's been gone. They passed, my mother passed away in December, and he lived 10 months. So, after he was fine, he was 91, 90 years old. He did all of his own business. On and on and on. And after mother was gone, that was just really the end of him. God love you so hard. I do too, Deb. Oh, we had the best time. We had the best. Uh, and mother was 80 and he was 90. Uh, I had more fun. I really did. I made the comment. I don't want to get morbid here, and I'm not the least bit ready to go. I'm too busy. I got two grandbabies to raise or help or see get grow up. But I've had a good life. I've been very fortunate with my family, with my friends. I've worked all my life. I've worked since I was 15. I lied about my age and went to car hopping at a drive-in we had. But I love what I do, and I've just, I had a good time. I've had a good time. I just am not ready. Oh, Barry, I'm sorry, honey. 97. Well, Ronnie's mother, my husband's mother, was 91 when she passed. Uh, that's a good life. Now, one of these days, maybe my babies will grow up and live to be, and I wouldn't mind being 100 some years old if I could function, and if I didn't look much older than I do now. Uh, Whatever. It's been good to me. Had a good time. I had a good time. Well, I'm still having a good time. Okay, now that we have solved the world's problems, oh, I bet you do. Well, my mother's been gone all this time, and I talk about her all the time, and I miss her all the time. And when you go back to my hometown, when you drive down the main street, you can see the house I grew up in, and I look every time. Uh, Went to a vintage garage sale Saturday, and I truly didn't know what some of. Well, I'll bet. I would. Oh yeah, Bunny. It's really funny. When my mother died, I still had my dad, of course, and here I am, and here he is, 90 years old virtually. But when he died, I felt like an orphan. I know that's terrible. I was a grown married woman with a baby. I felt like an orphan. I thought, my God, I'm all alone, and I wasn't. Of course, my husband, my family, my I have a brother and a sister. My brother passed away about a year ago, but I have a sister. She was the oldest, and then my brother, and then me. I was the baby. But oh yeah, uh, oh yeah, I'll cherish her because I want to tell you. Well, girlies, we're early. We're real early. I have nothing else planned. Uh, I really like it. I'm glad I did the pledge. I didn't know what to put in. It seems like all journaling, you put some kind of writing. For example, in my first one I did, I just put this free coffee, and I printed that off on my printer on a piece of scrap paper. And I did some stenciling. This one I put, and I typed this off on my computer. Life is like a cup of tea. It's all in how you make it. And then, of course, now we have this with the pledge. Oh, I just love it. I do love it. USA, USA, USA. I love it. I remember 48 states, and I remember when Alaska come in, and then I remember when Hawaii come in. I mean, boy, oh dear. Barry, you're right. I thought they'd be here forever. I mean, I really did. It never occurred. Well, now, come on, of course. But I mean, they were both. Mother had a massive stroke Christmas shopping in Indianapolis with her lady friend. They'd gone down there Christmas. Mother bought a brand new car in October. Brand new car. They come down to Indianapolis to go Christmas shopping, and they went out to lunch, and Mother had a massive stroke at the lunch table, and she lived about 4 hours. My dad just, I don't know, God love his little heart, he just gave out, I guess. But he was fine till Mother was gone. Uh, oh, your dad was 55, Linda. Oh, honey. Yeah, oh my. Yeah. Well, girlies, I didn't mean to get morbid. And it wasn't morbid, it was a good conversation. It's part of life. So, next week we are going to alter the tins. And I may go ahead and start a glass bottle. I bought some, start it and maybe just embellish it. I know, but we don't want any sadness. No more sadness. Mom, I do remember the good times. Thank you, Renee, honey. Uh, I do. And it is life. It really is. But it's really funny. My mother and I had our day. I was probably not the best teenager in the world. She was a great mother, but she was tougher than a year in jail. Uh, but I don't remember. All when I think about her is all the good times and the fun, and yeah, I really do. So that's the way it should be. I did record this, Mermaid. Oh, you were late, honey. I'm so sorry. Uh, okay, Renee, honey. I did record it. We've got two recordings, Renee. Uh, have a happy 4th of July. Celebrate something. If you're overseas, celebrate your country and your uh, the things that you have, which are lovely as well. You know, we most all of us came from over there. I was German, Irish, and English. And I do have some Native American. My great grandmother was a full blooded Cherokee. Uh, so we all derived from someplace, of course, unless we are uh, American Indian. I'm part, a fourth. Uh, but celebrate something and give thanks for our country. And I know we've had our problems and all these things, but it's still a good place to be, in my opinion, and I will always feel that way. So, happy 4th. Have a great rest of your week. If you got any questions, email me, gcastile@comcast.net. CraftyLadyDesigns.com is my blog. My Ustream is Crafty Lady dash Crafty Lady. My YouTube is Crafty Lady Crafty Lady. Uh, my Facebook is just Gwen Castile. And I do apologize. You talk about late in giving notice. I was really late. Now we had a nice turnout, but not as like we usually. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, Jenny, for modding. Thank you, Margaret Ann, for modding. Thank you all. Have a great 4th. Have a safe week. Stay safe. Next week, the 10s. And I'm out of here. Same place, same station next week. 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Bye bye. Thanks.